sacrificing career and so on. So the parents think that this house, I want it to go to him or her and not go through faraid. The transfer will have to happen while she's alive. He is alive. The parent is alive. Now, what does it mean transfer has to be happen while he is alive? It can happen through a will, but not registered with Landgate. Get me? So, in the will you mentioned, I am giving this house while I am alive as a gift to this daughter, this son, whoever, okay? But you don't register with Landgate. So this son cannot go and say that this is mine, I'm selling, bye-bye, parents, go off to somewhere else. Right? And you can revoke at any time because you have not, the transfer legally didn't happen, the transfer Islamically happened. But if you transfer to your wife, to your spouse, your husband, and you do not register to Landgate, and then you say that, I don't like you, I'm taking it back. Right? That taking back may be legal in Australia, but it is haram because you have actually given it to your spouse.
In the will, you can give hibah? Is that what you're saying?
No. You can declare hibah at any time while you're alive.
Well, you can write it in your will.
You can write it in your will, but you must make it known that you have given it.
So
the person, the recipient knows.
So transaction doesn't have to occur.
The transaction occurs,
Okay.
but not registered. The transaction occurs between.
It's like, I want to give all my money to this certain son. You can write that in the will.
Yeah, but you have to give the son the money. Then the son
Before
can
you
start
die.
spending already.
Before you die.
Before you die.
Fine.
You can't say upon death I'm giving this money to my son. No, I'm giving it now.
Well, you have to write it up.
And write it up or give, or doesn't matter. He buys it as a gift. I can, like, it could be just between you and I. Tomorrow I feel good, like here's a phone. That's hibah. That's a gift. So it's basically that. Except that in some situation hibah has been used between parents to children to give it in a way that the parents may think would do better for the family. For instance, let's say you have businesses, and of all your children, let's say you have a cafe, you have a farm, you have a madrasa, okay, and then you look at your children, you see like, hang on, this one, she's not interested in teaching, so why should she inherit the madrasa? This one, she can't even touch an animal. She's like a vegan or something, like why should she want to get the farm? So maybe the parent then can start giving hibah. This one. It's more of estate planning. Alright, so 8:35. We'll do this. We'll do that next week.
Homework.
Find out who's your farids.
That'll be your homework, and we'll discuss this next week. We'll see next week in terms of if you encounter any problems with the faraid, and we'll look at it next week.
I got a question as well. Just for the numbers of like the fraction, all that kind of stuff, that only matters with money, right? Like monetary value, not like property.
Anything, everything that you leave behind.
How do you get like a third of a property?
So sell it. What's the market value?
Okay.
Yeah, if it's land, you can subdivide. Or if you can't subdivide, sell it.
Unless you give it first, is that what you're saying? Like if you have like a car that you want to like give it to someone.
But you have to give while you're alive. The transfer must be effective while you're alive.
Then if you die before you give it, that car basically gets sold and
Yes.
money
Yeah.
and stuff. Okay. Wow.
So everything is liquidated.
Not necessarily liquidated. It could be, for instance, this happens to my grandparents' house. One of my uncles decided to buy the house. So they've got 13 siblings and a mother. So pay off the distribution, and that's it. So for instance, the house, let's say the house is worth 100,000. Okay.
Just pay everyone their share.
So
basically.
there is a wife. The wife got 1/8, and then there is 13 siblings. So three. Hang on, I can't remember exactly. 13 is a lot. I think 4 boys, 9 girls. Maybe I can't remember exactly. I have to sit down and count. But let's say for the sake of speed, 4 boys and 4